How does Mary teach us how to be patient? My brothers and sisters, this past weekend, our second reading was taken from James chapter 5, talking about being patient on the Lord. But the problem is, so often we misinterpret what patience is all about. So many people here in America think that patience is about waiting. It's even maybe about being passive-aggressive, being frustrated that things are not going the way we want them to. But in a biblical sense, patience is not about passivity. It's about activity. It's really about us preparing for what is coming next from the Lord. Thus, our patience is a recognition of the way God is ordaining things to happen, but it's actively being part of it, not being on the sidelines. Mary teaches us a lot about patience in her apparitions at Tepeyac, Our Lady of Guadalupe, because she honors the suffering and preparation that the people have made and now coming to her son. She also calls Juan Diego to a certain type of patience. Patience with the bishop, patience with the seeming failure of the bishop not listening to him, but also Mary shows a great patience to Juan Diego when he's a day late because of his uncle's sickness. And it's her compassion and her using that to further deepen her message of love and mercy and the presence of her son in the church that really allows us to see that patience is so much bigger than oftentimes we give it credit for. And this is where during Advent, especially as we come to the fourth Sunday of Advent, we are really being called to be a people who are patient. But we can only truly be patient when we have hope and really are trusting God. As we hear in Isaiah, "Comfort, comfort, O my people. Speak the peace, thus says our God." Comfort. See, God wants to give us comfort. He wants to give us every blessing He has ordained for us. But this can be very difficult because so many people in their suffering, in the miseries of this world, it kind of gets beaten out of us. This desire to be patient. We want it now. We want to control. We want to understand. I think one of the hardest things of following a vocation is the way we're called to be purified in patience. Take marriage, for instance. Patience and fidelity go hand in hand because that faithfulness requires us to have a great patience, not seeking something else, not jumping out, but having the patience to see it through. Also in priesthood, obedience to the bishop would be a similar train of thought. Having that obedience, recognize that even though things aren't going the way we think they should, or, curveballs, that we still are faithful and obedient to the vocation that we have chosen. Now, of course, people can take advantage of our patience and take advantage of that hope. People can twist it and misuse it. But we got to be very careful that we don't expect that same cynical behavior from God. That we ourselves, in our firm faith, trust in the perfection of God and trust that He will see it through, even though a lot of people do not. Are you being patient with the Lord right now in the right sense? Because so often we can just shut down and we can let the wind go out of our sails and just annoyingly wait instead of a hopeful patience that keeps us engaged, that keeps us preparing even for an unknown future and destiny. It is a true sense of patience that allows us to have great joy and that allows us to see what God is doing in us day by day, even though we don't know how it's going to be used. Many times, people get opportunities and they can barely respond to them because they have not been preparing diligently. But this is where our daily prayer, the practice of our faith, and the continual working on the defects of our own personalities, on our sinfulness, is so essential. This is the way we labor in patience. But this is the way we keep patience Catholic instead of being worldly. So my brothers and sisters, in this last week of Advent, I truly encourage all of us to really think about what patience is and to look to Mary to help us, to teach us, because no one waited more, in a sense, than Mary. 33 years waiting for the fulfillment of the prophecy of Simeon. 33 years waiting for her Son, who is God, to bring everyone to himself. It is Mary who prepared so beautifully to forgive her sons, the apostles. It is Mary who prepared so beautifully to be our mother. God bless you. Magnificat anima mea Dominum. My soul magnifies the Lord.